everyone, it is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're here to get into the new Cosmic Brushes Winter Wonderland palette. So this is what she looks like on the inside. Absolutely stunning, beautiful, wonderful. Y'all know I got some palettes to compare to it because it's me, and since this is my color aesthetic, I would definitely have some palettes to compare. So I'm going to compare the ones obviously that are the most obvious. Then we're going to go into a couple from Cosmic Brushes, and then one from a brand that I just want to pair this palette with because I think it looks stunning. So now one of them I did recreate, but I'm going to start off with the Matte Pressed Pigment palette from Sugar Drizzle. I'm actually waiting on their Halloween palette to show up today. I ordered it super late, but I found out they had a coupon for it, and it's a Doodles by the Bunny palette, and y'all know I love Doodles by the Bunny, so I had to get it. But here's what both of these look like side by side. If you're more just into the mattes and love more purple than blue, I feel like this one would be better for you. And Sugar Drizzle has some lovely shimmer palettes, so you could easily pair with that. But if you're more of a matte girl like Angie or Angelica Nikovic here on YouTube, I feel like you would like this one better. But this is what they look like side by side. Like I said, she's definitely all about the purple. So if you love purple, honey, you'll love it. Now the one I'm talking about that I edited is the Aurora Struck palette. Or Aurora Struck palette. But y'all know I had to edit this one because I just felt like there weren't enough dual sparkly tones in it. So here's what they look like side by side. So as you can see, these look somewhat similar. Like I didn't necessarily need this palette, but I knew the format and the quality was going to be great. And I like the Cosmic Brushes products, so I just went ahead and bought them. They are changing their name to Cosmic Beauty, though. They just haven't changed their Instagram handle from what I remember. Anyway, this is what they look like side by side. I personally like these, but I know you weren't going to be able to find all these dual chromes and multi-chromes because I don't even remember like which palettes I took these from or which singles I smushed in here in order to make it look like this. So I was like, let me just go ahead and, you know, get it for future references and whatnot. Next, of course, y'all know I had to show it against Serenity. Everybody loves Serenity. Serenity, I feel like, is what put this brand on the map and got everybody's attention. Because I know when I saw the Angie's new makeup releases, I was like, oh, I need that. What is that? Who is that? Excuse me. So I feel like this would be a good companion palette for this one. So you can add some more colors in, but still get some nice dual chromes and multi-chromes with the sets in here. This one has some nice tones in it and some more purples to elevate with these purples, along with doing a green, blue, and purple eye, which y'all know I live for. So that's why these both I feel like would be great. Now I know my lip doesn't match the eye we're gonna go into, but I just feel like using this lipstick. This is the what's this brand? The Glam Light Strawberry Shortcake lipstick, and then I just put a lip gloss from Makeup by Mario on top. I think it's called Rose Quartz or Mauve something. I don't remember. I didn't look at the bottom. Next we have Delicious Delights again. This one came out this year. And I think the Muse brush came out, the Muse palette came out this year. Again, this to me just would be an extension for these because these blues in here you can use in here, the purples in here you can use in here. And this has some deeper out of V tones that this palette doesn't have to add to it. So you can still get bright colors but a nice deeper out of V. And you know the formula is going to be consistent across the board because both the palettes are by the same brand. So that's why I wanted to show this with that one. And the last one I have, of course y'all know I had to include an Adept palette in here. Wouldn't be me if I did not. And I have the Aero Inspired palette. I feel like this could be like a fun twist for this palette because y'all know I love blue, green, and purple. And I feel like there's blue, green, purple shimmers in here. And you get like blue mattes, blue and green mattes in here to go with the blue and purple in here. And you can do a blue, green, purple moment and then use some of the shimmer shades in here. And then use some of the shimmer shades in here for the inner corner. So I feel like that could be a nice little mashup. So that's why I show them together. So let me pull you in real quick and cute like. I do have on the Tom Ford Traceless foundation that they had on sale on Sephora for 50% off. That's one of my favorite foundations, so I went ahead and bought another one so I could have one at home and one here because I like it that much. But I'm gonna go off camera and get my life in order. Trying to figure out what exactly I want to do. I was thinking I might do 2 eye looks. I don't know. We'll see. If we do, I'll just do one on each eye to save us some time because I still need to film my giveaway video for my, you know, my Christmas giveaway I do every year. So I'm going to get that out the way. I was hoping my other package came in so I could have all the stuff for the videos. But you're just going to get a couple surprise things in there because I don't have it yet. It's showing up tonight and I'm like, I want to film this stuff and get it home. So it'll be some surprise things in there, but I'm gonna go off camera and figure out if we're gonna do 1 eye look and 2 eye looks. I'll be right back. Okay, girl? Okay. So here are the colors I chose. So I took this shade, this shade, this shade, this shade and this one for the lid. This for in the corner. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna use all these shades or not, but I want to do like a purple halo-ish type eye, and then I want to do like a maybe a blue and purple mix, or just like all the different blues in here for eye look, and then maybe I'll do a blue and purple later on. I don't know, but I'm taking the lightest purple and just making that like the shade that's underneath the brow bone right here, and then in the crease I want to put that like a little bit deeper purple that I showed you all with the snowflake and printed on it. So this one is called Blanket, and then I'm gonna take Calm and put that in the actual like crease. Sorry, and realize the palette was that high. I'm so sorry. And then I'm gonna take like one of those darker purples toward the front of the eye for the halo, and then the deepest one toward the back of the eye. I'm thinking, I don't know. I want it to be so much to the look I did with the GlossGods, the Color of Rain palette. So that's the vibe I'm trying to get, but I got more mattes in here to do like a more, you know, colorful version of that, because with that one it was literally only black matte and I only had that. So I want a more like colorful version of that look on this eye, and then on the other eye we'll figure out what we're gonna do with all these blues and whatnot, and then I'll film all the video, and then Adriangameover and I will go home for now.
Hooray.
And then I will come back later and film. I got like 4 or 5 video ideas in mind, so I'm probably going to be here for a while when I do come back for the second time. Next, we're gonna use the shade Calm. I'm hoping my order from Beaute Bar shows up today as well, because that's the order I was telling y'all about. I had ordered some more stuff for the giveaway, and it's in the Beaute Bar box, so I'm hoping it comes tonight, and I can just add on to that video. But if it doesn't, then you'll just have to like see in the future and guess. So Adriangameover is leaving us because he has to go watch some Fortnite thing. I don't know.
Don't say that.
What?
They don't need to know that.
What, a Fortnite thing?
Stop.
Yeah, so he ran off and left mommy to go watch Fortnite. But I'm really liking the way this eye is turning out so far. And how y'all been liking like the fashion shorts and like the perfume shorts? I've been trying to do other stuff besides just, you know, makeup all the time, because I do have other loves, and some of y'all have asked me about like fashion, so that's why I've been like putting them up on YouTube as well as my Instagram. I mainly like to put them on Instagram. I don't really like to put them on YouTube. I don't really like to film them, but I'm like, you know, I understand you being curious about more than just, you know, like makeup, because I mean, I like more than just makeup, so I figure you want to see like all the stuff I like and hear about other stuff, not just always see my makeup. Now I'm gonna take the shade Magical. That's the dark purple, like the super like deep dark purple, and put that on the outer V. Trying to figure out how much space I should leave. Like I don't have the switch thing here, so I'm gonna just take my switch and blend it out. But I'm like, he already has like the ear pod, so if he doesn't get the watch, it won't be as big a deal, because it won't be like she didn't get anything. So I'll try to make sure I get one other thing. But while she was talking to me about like if she's gonna get the watch or not, it like sold out because it was only like $103, and I'm like, yeah, people gonna jump on a $103 Apple Watch even if it is only second generation. I forgot what generation mine is. I honestly don't know. I'm taking the shade Cold now. That's like the lighter of the two like deep purples, because I wanted a halo, but I wanted like unique type of halo where it was like, plus I didn't know how close these shades were going to be, because y'all saw when I swatched on my hand, like it looked closer to the shade than it actually does on the eye, which I'm kind of glad about. At the same time, kind of annoyed with, because now it's like you can tell that the halo isn't traditional, but I'm like, who cares? It's not that deep. But back to what I was saying about Adriangameover. So I'm like, I always try to make sure I get one of the things. Like he asked for the particular thing that I had ordered. He saw me with it and he wanted one. So I made sure I got his. But I got his in a medium instead of a small like mine. Because I'm like, I didn't want to end up with two of the same hoodie once he like grows out of it. Because obviously he's only 14. So he's still growing. So I got the hoodie he asked for. My mom got some headphones. Because he was complaining about like his other headphones. And he has like, I had got him some from his birthday just so he'd have some Bluetooth headphones. Since I know like that's a popular thing, but I didn't buy, you know, obviously just like some Apple ones or whatever. So I made sure he got some Apple ones from his grandma for Christmas. So that way, you know, now that he's in high school and like people materialistic and care about that stuff and actually try to clown you and all that about it, I wanted to make sure he got some. So while they were like, I think $70 or $100 on Walmart, I had her get him some. So he has some of the, you know, stuff. I'm not trying to necessarily teach materialistic behavior, if you will. It's just more of, you know, like we all know what it was like to be in high school and be that kid who didn't have as much as like everybody else and everybody trying to clown you for it. It's like I didn't want him to be in that situation, especially when it's like, you know, it's not like we couldn't necessarily afford to get it. So that's why I just went ahead and, you know, had her get it because we could. But if we couldn't, like, he'd been fine with his Bluetooth headphones because he still wears those to school every day while he, you know, doesn't know these other ones are coming. And those could just be his backups when he doesn't charge the Apple ones. Because I don't know why kids don't know how to charge stuff. But like, they act like it's the most difficult thing in the world to charge like their phones and everything else. I'm like, it's not that hard. Like, he'll be sitting in the car and his phone always almost dying. You know, I shouldn't use my charger. And I'm like, dude, why didn't you just charge it while you were sitting at home watching it? Like, why were you sitting there with no charge on it knowing that, you know, it was on Dyson? Like, I don't understand that. Like, you know you want to use it, so just go ahead and charge it. What is the actual problem? I don't understand them and why they do these weird things they do. But whatever, you do. It's just not for me to understand. Next, I'm going to take the shade Winter Solstice. That was that shimmer I had on my hand. It looks so beautiful that I want to put it in the middle because I'm like, it's just, look at that. Yes! It reminds me of the shade in Arrow Inspired from Adept. And I'm just like, yeah. And they've been putting out some bangers this year, along with cosmic brushes. I'm like, okay, Deb, honey, I see you. I think I bought just about every palette they came out with this year. I didn't buy the, like, colorful face palette, but I have, like, the original one. I think that's the only thing that I don't have. I'm thinking about picking it up. My only thing is, like, I would just use it as giant eyeshadow, so that's why I didn't, like, rush to get it, because I'm like, I don't necessarily see myself, like, using it in the capacity it's supposed to be using. And it's like, you know, I have 5,322 eyeshadow palettes. If you all haven't seen my eyeshadow palette collection video, I literally have 5 of them. That's how many eyeshadow palettes I have. So I'm like, the last thing I need to do is buy a face palette and then try to use this eyeshadow. So that's why I'm like, I held off on it. I mean, I'll probably get it eventually just to have in my collection. But the only thing, since the depth is limited edition, you know, it might be gone by then. See what I'm saying about how I feel like the colors or look somewhat similar? I mean, I can see a slight difference, but it's like I don't feel like it's like a huge difference to the point where, you know, like I needed to that if I had did my eyes shadow in the traditional way I do, I don't feel like you would have been able to see that big of a difference in it. That's why I wanted to do it in the halo eye, so that way I could use 2 different colors and it still, you know, like be a halo and somewhat, you know, like realistic. I'm gonna put a little bit more of calm on. But yeah, so that's why I'm just trying to figure out the rest of Adriangameover's presents. Like, I have to buy a gamer chair for his room for him to play his computer, because he has a gaming computer that he bought himself with all his allowance he saved. So he has that, but he doesn't have like a chair that's in it. So I'm trying to decide if I want to get a beanbag, if I want to get a gaming chair. I think I'm gonna just get a beanbag like chair for now, because this what he sits on is already now similar to a beanbag chair, so it's like what he's used to having. Plus, like the space he has his computer in is, I don't think there's enough space for the actual like gaming chair. That's another reason I'm gonna do the beanbag chair. So I got a bad beanbag chair and an Apple Watch, and then he should pretty much be set. But anyway, y'all, this is the finished eye. I think I'm just going with simple black eyeliner to wing out, and then like what do you call it? A black pencil on the waterline, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna figure out which blues I chose. I'm thinking like more of this tealy section here, just because I feel like I don't do teals that often. So I'm thinking I'll do more of like this shade and do a simple like eye look like that. But you'll see when I come back with swatches on my hand of what idea has come up in my mind. Okay, girl? Okay. Okay, y'all, so we finished up the eye. This is what she's looking like. As y'all see, I got another prime ready. So these are the colors we are going to use for this eye. I wanted to give it more foresty, turquoise, greenish vibe to the eye as opposed to a traditional blue like I normally would do. So I took this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade. So I basically took just about this whole row, these four. This is going to be our inner corner shade. So that's pretty much all that's going on here. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna start off with the shade Crisp. That's that more minty shade. And I'm gonna just do what I did with the lighter lavendery shade and just put that kind of underneath here. I'm trying to give more like a wintry pastel mix with like, you know, some darker tones, which is my preference to use pastels in the winter or in like the spring. As weird as that is, because I feel like people think of pastels as spring and summer. I don't personally think of pastels as summer, so that's why I like to use them in the wintertime, because to me, since they're more icy, it gives more icy, wintry vibe. And in the wintertime, and then in the springtime, I like pastels because I feel like they scream spring to me. Then I do more neon-y and colorful things in the summer and the fall. And the winter, I feel like, y'all know I do color year round, but you know. I feel like since some people think of makeup in certain seasons, which I can totally see and understand, this is my rationale for, you know, using pastels in the winter, because I feel like that's the vibe they give me. This lipstick keeps getting on my teeth a little bit, but you know, it looks cute. I didn't expect it to look this nice, but I think it's because of the gloss I put on top of it, because normally it looks really starkish and white, but I feel like because of the gloss I put on it, looks a whole lot nicer. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna get into the shade. Sorry, y'all, I've been using the E40 brush this entire time from what do you call it? Sigma, and then I'm using the Beauty 206 brush, the Angie Hot and Flashy 504 brush, and then the 203 brush for my shimmers. So that's what I used the last time, and that's the same brush I plan on using this time. So I'm gonna take the shade Showers now. That's that dark foresty green turquoise is like shade, and I'm using that. I just used my Sigma switch that they sent me in PR in order to like clean off the shades. I've been living for that thing, because like when you do 2 and 3 and 4 eye looks in one day, it's like having to constantly wash brushes and have like a pile of brushes sitting there because you didn't have one of those. Like, to me, it's like one of those things that I didn't know what I was missing until, like, you know, Sigma sent it my way. So I'm super grateful for that, because I'm like, y'all know I'll do like 4 or 5 eye looks in one day, and since I'm doing 2 eye looks in this one, and then I have like more palettes coming in because my my Nightmare on Elm Street from my Freddy Krueger stuff finally showed up, because so I need to film that tonight. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do a look with the Doodles by the Bunny palette or not from Sugar Drizzle, or if I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, just post a video on the gram of me like using it and call it my day. I don't know yet. I'm feeling like that's where I'm gonna go with the Sigma one. I mean with the Sugar Drizzle one. But I feel like, you know, I definitely want to do something with the Nightmare on Elm Street, because I know I had told some of y'all why you didn't need it, and I want to show my comparisons and see if I'm basically right or not regarding that palette. So if I got palettes in the box over here in the corner, just to see like, am I right? Do you really need it? Do you not need it? Should I like change my mind regarding the situation? So those are sitting there waiting. I'm gonna take the shade Peaceful now, because that's the one we put in the crease. But I feel like I just need to do that video just because I did one of those why you don't need. And then I showed you the other palette. I never did the little reel on that one. I have it from the hotel, so maybe I should do that tonight, or edit that one tonight, I should say, because I filmed it like on my birthday weekend. Y'all know my birthday was in November and we in December now, so that's almost been like a month ago. So I'm like, I need to go ahead and put it up. So I think I'm gonna put that reel up as your shorts for tomorrow on YouTube because I've been trying to get more into shorts. I know people like shorts. I'm not necessarily crazy about shorts, but you know, I've always been more of a long form content person because I watch YouTube like it's TV as opposed to actually watching TV. If my mom is watching TV and I'm interested in something she's watching, I'll watch it. But like, I personally myself don't just go and like watch TV. I'll just watch like content creators YouTube videos and stuff like that. So if I didn't have a TV in my house, I feel like I'd be fine, and I feel like Adriangameover would be fine too, because he watches a lot of like YouTube and TikTok, and doesn't really watch too much TV. So I feel like that would be a bill that would be easy for me to cut down on, because nobody really watches the TV besides my mom, because you know she's an older person, she's not really watching that, and even she'll be watching like Netflix series and stuff lately, as opposed to, you know, watching TV sometimes. So I'm like, if sports could, I'm like, if she could watch all her games on HBO Max, I feel like she would honestly get rid of TV or cable, but you know how they trick you into like, well, if you bundle the cable and the internet, it'll be cheaper things. So I feel like that's why a lot of people just have cable, not necessarily because they necessarily watch TV a lot, it's because they know their internet bill will be cheaper if they go ahead and have the cable too. And it's not like you can't watch like movies and other stuff on it when you don't feel like you necessarily like the content on YouTube. But I'll just go back and watch people's old videos as opposed to, you know, doing that. I told y'all that was the shade Peaceful. We're going to shade Reflection now. That's the one that we're putting on the lid. And no, I did not forget to put an inner corner shade on this side. I decided not to because I felt like I just liked the vibe it was getting without it, so I didn't feel the need to put it on there. I was thinking about doing that blue to purple shifting shade called Atmosphere, but I was like, I want to just keep more of like a traditional colored setting with this look, so that's why I'm doing the shade Reflection up there. In the future, y'all know I'm gonna have to use that along with that light blue shade, but for right now, I just wanted to stick to some colors that I felt like weren't necessarily the traditional ones I used, and I hadn't used. I don't feel like I've done a purple look in a while. Y'all can correct me down in the comment section below if I have. So that's why I want to make sure I did this purple. So that's why I chose the colors I chose. Because y'all know I lived for a blue moment, and I would have easily like done a blue. But I was like, since I feel like I've done a few blues lately, like I literally just did a blue look with a depth this week with the Element 115 palette. I think she said pre-orders are supposed to be shipping out like next week or next Wednesday or something like that, which I was like excited because I was like, you know, she always gets pre-orders done pretty quick though, so I wasn't surprised. And I'm happy for anybody who went ahead and picked it up, because to me it's a nice jewel tone like moment with unique colors to it. I know somebody asked me to compare it to the Blend Bunny Sickly Sweet, and I was like, to me that's more pastel-y, like Halloween-esque type palette, which made sense for its name, Sickly Sweet. But I feel like for y'all, everybody keep sending me stuff on Instagram, asking me stuff, and then people calling me, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? It's Ryan. So hold on a second. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna put the shade Frost in there. That's the inner corner shade, and then I'll put this white pencil on the lower lash line, and then we're gonna talk about this palette. So the shade Frost right here. I put my eyeliner and mascara on off camera to, like, you know, save some time. I didn't have a plan on having to cut this into 2 videos, but one of my friends called me and told me about her eyelash situation, emergency. So I was like, okay, let me pause the video. So that's why y'all saw me click out real quick. But I'll take this white pencil from ColourPop. I don't know if like that'll be appropriate for what we got going on the eyes right now. So I feel like my eyes look so different. I look so crazy right now because I got like white in one, and I got black in the other one, and then like one is really bright and nice, and the other one is smoky and irritating. So it's like I'm just looking at myself like, you look like a weirdo right now. But anyway, back on up and talk about my I look as a whole. So, or the performance of this palette as a whole. So I was impressed as usual. Like my favorite shade gotta be Winter Solstice. Like the color of it on the lid just looks absolutely stunning. I cannot get away from how gorgeous this looks. I'm here for it. It's a vibe. I'm just like, yes, please and thank you. But yeah, I really like the color story of this too. Like, I'm loving this unique shade right here. Like I said, I like Winter Solstice. I like the different tones of pastels they gave, because they gave like a super light one for someone with a lighter skin tone, but they gave like a deeper one for people who are like medium tan and deep, which I appreciate. So each person can have their own version of a pastel that works for their skin tone. So that's really something I really enjoy about the pastels in here. They're not like those powdery, ashy, I look crazy pastels that you can get in some palettes, even though, you know, like pastels aren't necessarily made for my skin tone. But I appreciate the people that make them to where I can finesse it and make it work. So the color story of this, we all know, is my definite color aesthetic. So I will definitely be getting my use out of this palette. I kind of want to compare this to the one I created from what do you call it, from ColourPop, my Aurora Struck, the way I redid it, and see how they work side by side. So y'all can comment down below and tell me if you're interested in that or not, and I can do it. But I'm definitely interested in trying them out, and even if y'all don't say you will, I might still do it on my own, just wear it to work one day or whatever, like, you know, because I'm just here for it. And I love this palette, so I would recommend you get your hands on this palette. Y'all know Cosmic Brushes is so reasonably priced. I think this is like $20 or $25. Even with shipping, it's only like, I think, $37, which I thought was pretty good, considering, you know, some indie palettes be $75 and all that stuff, just because all the dual chromes and multi chromes in them. So the fact that her price point is so low and you get the great quality, I think it's a great deal for you. So those are my thoughts on the palette. I felt like you shouldn't be surprised about that, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Comment down below and tell me which eye you prefer, and I'll catch you guys in the